Hello everyone, in this video we will be learning TOEFL, especially in the section of structure and written expression. In structure and written expression, there are 40 questions or 40 items which should be finished in 25 minutes. There are two kinds of questions. The first is structure, which is from number 1 until number 15. The questions are in the form of multiple choice, in which you have to complete the sentence. For example, the major cause blah blah blah, the pull of the moon on the earth. The subject of this sentence is the major cause, and there is no verb. So we have to find the option that contains a verb. The correct answer is C, of ocean tides is, because the subject is singular, the major cause, and the suitable verb is also singular by using is. Therefore, the complete sentence is the major cause of ocean tides is the pull of the moon on the earth. The second is written expression, which is from number 16 until 40. The questions are in the form of error analysis. We have to find the error word or phrase in the sentence. For example, many airline companies which use internet to communicate with customers, they send their announcements by email. The correct answer is C, because there will be double subject. The subject of this sentence is many airline companies, and the verb is sent, so we have to omit the word they. The correct sentence is many airline companies which use internet to communicate with customers send their announcements by email. Now we will learn more on the strategies in the structure. The first strategy is make sure the sentence has a subject and a verb. So, when we read the sentence, we have to find which one the subject and which one the verb. For example, the North Platte River blah 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 from Wyoming into Nebraska. In this sentence, the subject is the North Platte River, and there is no verb. So, we have to find the suitable verb to complete this sentence. The correct answer is B, because the sentence is in the present and the subject is singular. The complete sentence is the North Platte River flows from Wyoming into Nebraska. Talking about a subject, it should be in the form of noun. The first is noun itself. For example, Tom brings his book in the bag. In this sentence, the subject is noun, the name of a person, Tom. The verb is the word brings. The second, noun phrase. For example, the big companies offer high-quality products to the customers. In this sentence, the subject is a noun phrase, the big companies, and the verb is the word offer. The next is pronoun. The pronouns are I, you, they, we, she, he, it. For example, she got a new car from her father last month. In this sentence, the subject is in the form of pronoun, she, and the verb is the word got. And then noun clause. Noun clause is a clause which functions as a noun. For example, what you said is determined by your thought. In this sentence, the subject is in the form of noun clause, what you said, and then the verb is determined. The next is gerund. Gerund is verb ing, which functions as a noun. For example, speaking 5 languages well is my dream. In this sentence, the subject is in the form of gerund, speaking, and the verb is. The last one is to infinitive. For example, to travel to New York takes 20 hours. In this sentence, the subject is in the form of to infinitive, to plus verb 1, to travel. And then the verb is takes. Now we are talking about verb. The first is action verb. Action verbs are the words that express an action, such as give, talk, eat, walk, and so on. For example, she talks slowly. The second is linking verb. Linking verb connects the subject of a sentence to a noun or adjective. There are two kinds of linking verb. The first is to be, is, am, or was, were. The sample sentence is, the film was interesting. In this sentence, the subject is the film, and the verb is the word was. The second one, the words like become, seem, feel, look, smell. Those are the linking verb. The sample sentence is, he looks tired. The subject of this sentence is the word he, and the verb is the word looks. The third is auxiliary or helping verb. It is used before action or linking verbs to convey additional information. There are 4 kinds of helping verb. The first is to be, is, am, are, was, were. The second is modals, such as can, will, should, could, would, may, might, must, ought to. The third, do, does, did. The next, has, have, had. Now we will learn more on the auxiliary verbs. The first is to be. For the present tense, we use is, am, are. For past tense, we use was, were. When to be is followed by verb ing, it forms active sentence. When to be is followed by verb 3, it forms passive sentence. For example, my sister is bringing a book. It is an active sentence. To be is followed by verb ing, bringing. The next example, the book is brought by my sister. It is passive voice. To be is followed by verb 3, brought. The second one is modals such as can, will, should, could, would, may, might, must, ought to. Modal should be followed by verb 1 in the base form. For example, the students should join the test next week. In this sentence, the word should as a modal is followed by base form of a verb, join. The second example, she will visit her grandma tomorrow. Modal will is followed by base form of a verb, visit. The next auxiliaries are do, does, did. For present time, we use do and does. For past time, we use did. The auxiliary do is used for the subject I, you, they, we. The auxiliary does is used for the subject she, he, it. These auxiliaries are used for negative sentence or interrogative sentence. For example, I do not have any pets. She doesn't have any pets. Does he go earlier? Did you read the materials for today's class? They didn't come to the class last week. The last, the auxiliary has, have, and had. Has and have for present time. Had for past time. The auxiliary has is used for the subject she, he, it. The auxiliary have is used for the subject I, you, they, we. The auxiliaries has, have, and had should be followed by verb 3. For example, John has lived in Melbourne since he was a child. I have ever been to Paris. My little brother had slept when I went home last night. Now, we will discuss the exercise. The first question. A pride of lions, blah blah blah, up to 40 lions, including 1, 2, 3 males, several females, and cubs. In this sentence, the subject is a pride, a singular noun, and there is no verb. Let's check the answer to complete this sentence. A. Contain. It is incorrect because there is no S at the end of the word contain. B. It contains. It is incorrect because there is a subject it. C. Can contain. A correct answer because after modal auxiliary can, it is followed by verb 1, the base verb, contain. D. Containing. It is incorrect because there is no to be before containing. So, the complete sentence is a pride of lions can contain up to 40 lions, including 1, 2, 3 males, several females, and cubs. The second question, blah 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 T-plant are small and white. In this sentence, the verb shows plural form by using are. So we have to complete the sentence by choosing correct answer of the subject. A. The tea plant. It is incorrect. B. On the tea plant. It is incorrect. C. Having flowers the tea plant. Incorrect. D. The flowers of the tea plant. Correct answer because the flowers is plural noun and the verb are is also plural. So, the complete sentence is the flowers of the tea plant are small and white. The next strategy is be careful to appositive. An appositive is a noun or noun phrase that comes before or after another noun and has the same meaning. An appositive is not the subject of a sentence. For example, Sam, the student from Japan, got an A on the exam. The subject of this sentence is Sam. The student from Japan is the appositive. It describes the subject Sam. The verb of this sentence is got. The appositive can be after the noun or before the noun described, such as the student from Japan, Sam got an A on the exam. The rules of an appositive are it should be next to the described noun. It is framed by comma. And there should be no verb in the appositive. Let's have the exercise. Number 1. The Duncan sofa, blah blah blah, is highly valued in today's antique furniture market. In this sentence, the subject is the Duncan sofa. The verb is highly valued. Let's complete the sentence by using an appropriate appositive to describe the noun the Duncan sofa. A colonial masterpiece. This is the correct answer because it is kind of noun phrase. B. A colonial masterpiece which. This is incorrect because there is a connector which to connect a clause. C. It is a colonial masterpiece that. Incorrect because it is kind of clause. D. Whose colonial masterpiece. Incorrect because there is a connector whose to connect a clause. The second question. Though renowned for his work with the deaf, Alexander Graham Bell is best remembered for his invention of the telephone. In this sentence, the subject is Alexander Graham Bell, and the verb is best remembered. We have to complete the sentence by using an appropriate appositive to describe the noun the telephone. Let's check the answer. A. That it was an invention of ingenuity and impact. This is incorrect because this is a kind of clause that is subject and verb. B. It was an invention of ingenuity and impact. This is also incorrect because it is kind of clause. C. An invention of ingenuity and impact. The correct answer because this is a kind of noun phrase. D. Invention ingeniously and impaction. Incorrect because it is unstructured. Now let's practice more. Good luck!